Here we are solving equations. Today we're going to do multi-step equations. So when we do multi-step, I'm going to give you the list of things that you do. And of course they're all going to be a little bit different. So the first thing that you're going to do is combine. You're going to do the distributive well actually I think you should do the distributive property. Oh, there's three kinds is what this is. Combining, where you combine like terms. Distributive, where you use the distributive property, and then the variable on both sides. And sometimes you're going to have all three of these things mixed up. So we're going to follow all the rules that we already know. Here is number one. I'm going to move over here to give myself a little bit more room. So you see that the problems are much longer. We have multi-steps here. So I'm going to combine first. 4y plus 2y. Remember how we circled them? Same thing. This is like our Skittles that we did. 4y and 2y is 6y plus 3 equals 57. Now we have a two-step equation. Subtract 3, subtract 3. 6y equals 54, divide by 6, and y equals 9. Don't forget that you could always check it. Go back, plug in 9 here and 9 there, and it will work. Let's try another one. This one has a little distributive property in it. So for this one, we need to take care of the distributive property first. We can't solve the equation like this. We need to take care of the distributive property. So we're not going to forget, negative 6 times 5x is negative 30x. Negative 6 times positive 2 is negative 12 equals 198. Add 12, add 12. Negative 30x equals 210. Divide by negative 30, and you get x equals negative 7. So you did the distributive property first. Then you solved a two-step equation. Number 3. This one's a little bit different. It looks like the distributive, and it is, but are you going to remember that we're just bringing this one down? That has nothing to do with the distributive property. Here's the distributive property. Negative 1 times a. Negative 1 times positive 1. Now I combine. 6 minus 1 is 5. Minus a equals 8. Subtract 5. Subtract 5. Negative a equals 3. Can I leave it like that? Nope. I have to do the opposite because I'm really dividing by negative 1. Number 4. Okay, this one I have to move all the way over here because it's pretty long. Thought you'd be able to do problems this long. So we've got two sides of this equation like we do on every equation, but we have the distributive property on both sides. So we have to take care of that first. So 2 times y is 2y. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Plus 7 equals 4 times y is 4y. Plus 28 minus 3. Now, I can combine the negative 10 and the 7, which I need to take care of first. And that's the place where a lot of kids get mixed up. They just start doing add 3, minus 10. You don't do that. First you combine. Take care of the distributive property, then combine your like terms. Now, when I get to here, the difference between the ones we've done so far and this one is that I have a y here and a y there. It doesn't matter which way you do it. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to subtract 2y from this side and 2y from this side. Now I have negative 3 equals 2y plus 25. The important thing to remember is that you want to gather all those variables on one side of the equation. Doesn't matter if it's this side or this side. Subtract 25. So I get negative 28 equals 2y. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Y equals negative 14. And you've done this long problem. And we have one more, and then we are done with this section. So number 5 looks like this. So this one, same idea as the last one. The only difference is you've got fractions out here. So 1/3 times 9y is going to be 3y. 1/3 times 3 is 1. Plus 9 equals 1/6 times 12. Let me just show you that to make sure you understand where I'm getting these answers. Times 12 over 1, 6 can be reduced, and you get 2. So 2 minus, now it's 1/6 times negative 6y, which is negative 1y. Now I can combine these two, so I get 3y plus 10 equals 2 minus y. Again, I have to gather my variables on one side. It doesn't matter which side, so I'm going to get rid of this negative. Add y, this side cancels out. I get 4y plus 10 equals 2. Subtract 10, 4y equals negative 8. Divide by 4, and y equals negative 2. And we're done with that. So this was a quick little multi-step equation. There's all different kinds that you can get, but you definitely can attack them now in many different ways.